commandment most often issued is the commandment to sing. And I'm afraid many people don't know this. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. No, the most frequently sounded commandment is sing, S-I-N-G. And specifically, sing to God. Apparently God loves to hear our voices singing. It's a way of connection. It's a way of therapy, of healing, of transformation, as we sing to God. There's another direction that the singing can go. Those of us who believe that we're not God, and that is to our own soul. Sing out, my soul, the psalmist says. Sing out, my soul. And so, in the singing, we're singing to our soul, saying, soul, sing out. But we're singing to our soul. And other lyrics in the psalm say, soul, why are you cast down? Why are you cast down? In a song the psalmist would sing. The other thing to keep in mind when we sing is that we're not singing just for ourselves. We're not singing just to God or just to ourselves, but we're also singing with others in prayer, and we support others with our voice. It's a beautiful image. You can hold your friends literally with your arms, but when we sing together, we are actually holding them with the sound of our own voices, supporting them, supporting their singing with our singing. If we could see the sound waves that emerge from our bodies, they literally impact others in the same space. It's a lovely, lovely scientific reality. So we're going to sing, and I would encourage you to imagine your soul singing. What does the soul sound like? What does your soul sound like? And just let it sing out. Along the way, we'll jump into the land of Latin. Veni, veni, veni. Come, come, come. Singing to our soul. Come, soul. Anima mea, my soul. Come out and play, my soul. Come out and sing. Don't be afraid. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. I'll sing a line to you, just sing it right back. Sing out, oh, sing out, my soul. 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 Veni, veni, anima mea. Sing out, oh, sing out, my soul. 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 Continuing on with the words of Gandhi on prayer. We may be overlapping a little bit, but that's okay. Gandhi writes, even as a hungry person relishes a hearty meal, a hungry soul will relish a heartfelt prayer. He goes on, I'm going to give you a bit of my own experience and that of my companions when I say that the one who has experienced the magic of prayer may do without food for days together, but not for a single moment without prayer. For without prayer, there is no inward peace. If that is the case, someone will say, well, we should be offering our prayers every minute of our lives. There is no doubt about it. But being frail mortals, we find it difficult to retire within ourselves for inward communion, even for a single moment. And will find it impossible to remain perpetually in communion with the divine. We, therefore, fix some hours, some times, some certain times when we make serious effort to throw off the attachments of this world. Just for a while, we make a serious endeavor. It is the passionate cry of the soul, hungering for communion, for union with the divine. According to our standards, there have been many saints. This is what they do. I had talked of the necessity of prayer, and therethrough I have dealt with the essence of prayer. So, do you see what he's saying what prayer is? I'll just go back for a moment. To throw off the attachments of this world for a moment. And that includes everything and everyone. Our ideas, our beliefs, our whatever is going on inside, we just let it go. We let it all go. We no longer are attached, no longer cling to our precious ideas. The passionate cry of a soul longing for union with the divine. There it is. So we sang, sing out my soul. This is what he's talking about. The passionate cry of our soul hungering for union with the divine. I have talked about the necessity for prayer and have dealt with what could be called the essence of prayer. We are born to serve others. That sums it up, isn't it? Really, we're born to serve others. That's why we're here in this world. Pretty simple, maybe not so simple. And we cannot really do so unless we become more and more awake. There is an internal struggle raging in our hearts. And this is where he gets really Star Wars like, and Lord of the Rings like. I think Gandhi would enjoy those films if he ever saw them. The struggle between good and evil, you know, the true and the false. An eternal struggle exists in our hearts between the powers of darkness and of light. And the one who has not the anchor of prayer will fall victim to these powers of darkness. The person of prayer will become more and more at peace with him or herself and with the whole world. How is that possible? I mean, the world's in a pretty messy state sometimes, some would say even most of the time. How is it possible to be at peace with the whole world? The one who goes about the business of the world without a prayerful heart will be miserable and will make the world more miserable. Prayer has incalculable value for one in this world. Prayer is the only means of bringing about real peace in our daily actions. Then he goes on and uses I don't know if it was funny for him or whether it was a term he used a lot, because he lived in community. You know, Gandhi, for much of his adult life, he founded a couple ashrams, communities in India, and so every day, you know, he would do something similar to what we do here. He would sit, they would chant, they would pray, they would meditate, they'd be in silence, they'd hold dialogue and conversation. But listen to what he calls the people who live in community. He says, we inmates of the ashram who came here in search of truth professed to believe in the efficacy of prayer, but had never up to now made it a matter of vital concern. You see what he's saying? It's one thing, you know, on a form or in any kind of conversation or writing or verbal, to say, yeah, I think prayer is important. But it's another to make it a matter of vital concern, says Gandhi. There's the difference. What was the expression last night? He said that somebody who doesn't pray is like, how did he put it, about a nose?
Someone that breathes, it says they don't have a nose.
That's it. Someone breathes, it says they don't have a nose, right? Right. Or it's like, what's the analogy of the fish in the sea? Remember that? How does it go?
This is the one that he's in school, in the fish school, and then he comes home and says, his mom, everybody's talking about this water. He says, I can't figure it out.
Right. Something like that, where the fish is wondering, he's afraid to get wet, you know, and he doesn't know what water is, can't figure it out. And there he is in the depths of the sea, in the midst of all that water already.
Yeah.
Right, there it is. So, going on. We did not bestow on it, prayer that is, the care that we did on other matters. Right? We are careful about, you know, how we dress maybe, what we eat, where we go in this world, how we get there. But Gandhi is saying, take the same care regarding prayer. He says, I woke from my slumbers one day and realized that I had been woefully negligent of this matter, prayer. I have therefore, now here he comes, he said, really Gandhian stuff here. And the reason I asked last night that anything rub you the wrong way, it should. Okay, there should be some things in Gandhi that rub all of us the wrong way. Meaning, he was a real taskmaster when it came to the people that he lived with in community. He was very strict. I mean, he had huge fights with his wife. Okay, and probably with everybody in the ashram. But he was very strict and very disciplined, almost like the military, And so there are moments in Gandhi when you really hear him, where you're going to go, no way. So he goes on. I have, in over time, he says, suggested, sure he did more than that, measures of stern discipline, and far from being any the worse, we become the better for it. So he's actually arguing there, in a sense, with those who say, we don't need to be so disciplined. Come on, Gandhi, lighten up, baby. He's saying, no, if you really want to go there, discipline is necessary. I'm sure, I don't know what the philosophy is in Aikido, but if you really want to learn this art of Aikido, is discipline required? Any kind of discipline?
Strict discipline.
Strict discipline. Holy moly, there it is. Gandhi's saying the same thing about prayer. It is obvious, he says. It is so obvious, he says. Take care of the vital thing, and other things will take care of themselves. He sounds like Jesus there, doesn't he? Seek first the kingdom of God, right? And everything else will fall into place. What does that mean? Gandhi, who was very well familiar with the Gospels, by the way, who read the Gospels every night in the ashram, along with the Bhagavad Gita, is advocating for this. Take care, seek the one vital thing, and other things will take care of themselves. Begin, therefore, your day with prayer. Begin your day with prayer. There was a time when I was so fearful, in a good way, I guess, that I was going to miss out on what God was saying to me or what direction, that as soon as I opened my eyes in the morning, I would literally fall out of bed and on my knees and pray, for fear that if I took 2 or 3 steps, it might be in the wrong direction. Okay. Silly me. But, the intention was good. He's saying something like that. Begin, therefore, your day with prayer. And listen to this. We're talking about sing out my soul. Begin your day with prayer and make it so soulful that it may remain with you until evening. We were talking about music earlier at the dinner table, and some of the artists, the great performers, my goodness, full of soul, just expressing so much. He's saying, be the Michael Jackson of prayer. Be the Roberta Flack of prayer. Make it so soulful that it carries you, remains with you throughout the entire day until the evening. And then he goes on, of course I love this part too, enclose the day with prayer so that you may have a peaceful night free from the nightmares that plague us. Don't worry about the form of prayer, he says. Don't worry about it. Let it be any form. Now it sounds like Bruce Lee. It should be such as can put us into communion with the divine. Whatever form we choose, it should be such that puts us into communion with the divine. If what I have said has gone home to you, you will not be at peace until you have compelled. Now here's a term he uses. I don't know what he means yet. Maybe somebody can suggest what he means. He says, if what I have said has come home to you, in other words, today we would say, really resonates with me, man. You know, right? You will not be at peace until you have compelled your hostile superintendents to interest themselves in your prayer and to make it obligatory. I'm not sure what he means by that. Hostile superintendents. Any thoughts?
Are you saying hostel, like a place where people sleep? And
Hostel.
hostel.
So it's not hostile like animosity, hostile, ill intent, but it's, hostile superintendents. Is he talking about actual like living places? Or is it metaphoric for like the mind, or I don't know.
A hostel is a place where people come and go constantly.
Okay.
And superintendents would sound like someone who controls there, who runs the place.
Okay.
So maybe running.
So you think it's an actual physical place he's talking about?
It could be metaphorical, but
I don't know.
that's a kind of a strange word.
Yeah.
I see it kind of like literal, like he's talking about if you're traveling around and staying in a hostel, a place that sees people come and go all the time, they shouldn't take any interest in you whatsoever. You're just another person coming and going, but you come and you pray so sincerely that they're somehow interested. You're catching the interest of people that shouldn't be interested in you because of the thing.
Yeah, he says, so that you have compelled your hostile superintendents to interest themselves in your prayer. I can't help but think about this fellow from India once who visited me. Just showed up on my doorstep. I was living in Memphis at the time. And Prasad is his name. And he was about 50 at the time he showed up at my doorstep. And someone had said to him, you could find a room for the night at my little apartment, and he could. So he showed up, and I said, yeah, happy to put you up for the night. He said, well, thank you very much. I said, well, here's the guest room. Right? He said, I said, here's the bed, here's the guest room. He said, oh, no. And then he showed me his mat. Right? He had a mat rolled up nice and tightly. Very thin mat, by the way. Not like a mattress, just a little mat, And he said, this is what I sleep on. And he did stay with me for a couple days. And but I certainly became interested in his life as he showed up at my doorstep, in the way he prayed several times a day, actually. But in his life, I was very, very intrigued. So, tomorrow night we'll continue on, and I'll just pass it around, but I wanted to share those thoughts with you. Any thoughts you have about the reading tonight? Anything at all? Are you getting a sense of him? Like the person. One of the things that is such a gift to us, isn't it? Is that when Gandhi lived, he 1947. But because of his writings and his words, we can still meet the man. You know, get a sense of him. And some mystics would say you can actually hold conversation with him.
Yeah,
But we don't believe that kind of stuff today, do we?
sometimes. I don't think I've ever had the kind of self-discipline that he talks about. And I remember he attracted me early on. I was fascinated by him. But just intensity is what I felt whenever I read his stuff. And it's like, it's a level of intensity I might touch once in a while, but not to live it on a every day.
Why do you think he was so intense, Tim?
I don't know. I just wonder what really. It's something I ask with him. Like, what drove him with that intensity?
Have you ever seen the story of his life in film?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wasn't always quite so intense, was he? I mean, he was happy to be a lawyer for a while there and, you know, live the bourgeois life. And,
Yeah.
But then he went to South Africa
Yeah.
and everything changed.
Yeah.
Right? And he was denied a seat on the train. He was thrown off the train. And in his autobiography, he speaks about the moment when everything changed.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember that.
And, you know, when you get thrown off a train because of the color of your skin,
Yeah.
things change. Yeah. I would place it there in his intensity. And his intensity was both in terms of his interior life, but also in terms of the transformation of the society,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fierce at that point.
I still ask, because lots of people get thrown off of trains and buses.
Do they?
Well, they have historically, or segregation.
Okay.
You know, I mean, what in him,
Right.
what was that? Where did it come from that rose up like that and then just stayed the rest of his life?
It really did.
You know, anyway, that's where my question to
Maybe
him
we
is.
should pray to get thrown off of trains.
I said, I'm not that intense. Can't I get it walking in the woods from the path?
Any other thoughts?
Just thinking he might have then felt much more strongly the injustice in the world. And then, having experienced it himself, he can see it out there. And yeah. Yeah, just having trouble with words.
Any other thoughts?
I think combining those things, he was maybe particularly sensitive. He could feel things, and his life circumstances and some choices he made, and all these things combined in one person to erupt that severity, that intensity in him. Whereas some people maybe have that sensitivity, but their life doesn't, or they don't open themselves up to the opportunities that you know, many little pieces came together in one man's life, and it was, he was, you know, a symbol for his whole people too, and a lot of people around the world that were feeling that oppression and all those perfect combination of pieces.
Yeah. I hope, and I know that we have started to watch movies, so I hope that one of the films we watch is The Life of Gandhi. I believe it's Ben Kingsley who plays him.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long, so I might have to break it up into a couple nights, you know. But it's well worth watching. And then the other one is, and this is, I'll send you, Matt, if I haven't already, a film, it's a series of films called A Force More Powerful. All about nonviolent justice movements in the 20th century. Of course, Gandhi is one, the movement that he led, but there are many others too that many people don't know about. in addition to the one in the United States, the
Mm.
civil rights movement. Yeah, but there are many others. So we'll close with a song. close of this day, we give you thanks for your great love that envelops the whole world and everyone in it. We give you thanks for the life and message of Mohandas Gandhi. May his life and message inspire us to go deeper, to seek this union with you and union with this world. May it be so.